The Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the largest sports stadium in the world, on an overcast and humid July day. While much of the year these massive grandstands at the corner of 16th and Georgetown quietly stand guard over auto racing's most hallowed ground, today the Speedway's alive with the energy and excitement that comes only on race day. Today is the once-a-year running of the Brickyard 400, the time each year when NASCAR stock cars take to this famed and oh-so-tough track. For both racers and race fans, it's a race in a place that stands apart from any other. You can sense how special this place is in so many ways.
It's a perfectly beautiful rectangle. 4 identical corners. They embrace a skyward pylon, a racing museum, a gleaming pagoda. But these things are all stationary. What really moves you at Indy is the race. It's a visual tempest of color and speed, and for your eyes, so fast and so much.
The first smell on race day is exhaust from racing fuel as the engines roar to life. It burns your eyes and fills your lungs, all while pumping adrenaline through your veins. It's the smells at this racetrack as you walk through Gasoline Alley, smelling that rubber in the air. It's all those smells coming together that bring the memories of the past and the excitement of today to the forefront.
If you close your eyes and just listen, you can sense every aspect of race day here at Indy with just your ears. The 7 a.m. cannon signals the gates are open. Lap 1 has 43 pavement-pounding stock cars roaring by. The screaming fans, the squealing tires, the groans and gasps of anger and frustration. Folks, think of this place as a 2.5-mile theater where the surround sound is simply sensational.
Brick and mortar, dirt and grime, rubber and grease, not exactly key ingredients in your favorite recipe at home, I'm sure. But these drivers hope to taste them all today. You see, it's a Brickyard 400 tradition to kiss the bricks, to get a taste and celebrate victory here at Indianapolis. Will it be Gordon or Johnson, maybe Smoke, who adds to his Indianapolis legacy, or maybe a first-timer like Montoya, Martin, or Junior? They all wish and hope, but only one driver will kiss the bricks and taste the sweetness of victory at the Brickyard today.
Which driver will taste those bricks and experience that thrill? That's the question, as ESPN welcomes you to NASCAR Countdown for the Brickyard 400 from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in Speedway, Indiana. Alongside 2 of the more famous landmarks here, the Pagoda and the Yard of Bricks, you'll find our ESPN pit studio as we welcome you to race day at Indy. Inside, Alan Bestwick along with Rusty Wallace, Brad Daugherty, and Ray Evernham. Welcome to our coverage of the Brickyard 400. You just heard our pit reporter team talk about the way this racetrack assaults your senses when you come here. From your experiences, what strikes you on race day at Indy?
When I come to race day at Indy, Alan, no doubt about it, I know that I'm at one of the big 3 races. I mean, the big 3 being the Daytona 500, the Coca-Cola 600 in Charlotte, and Indianapolis. I know this race is going to pay a lot of money. I know everybody in the world is going to be watching it, and I know there's a lot of pressure on me to get the job done. There's a lot of things running through my mind, but above all, I know this is a big one.
And Alan, it's a big one. It's a big facility, but as a crew chief, you are closer to the fans than you are at any other place that we race on the NASCAR circuit. I can remember being on top of that box so close to the fans, you can hear them get up and down during the race. You can look right over into their faces and almost ask them, hey, am I doing the right thing? Should I pit? Should I not pit? They're almost part of your team here.
You know, I've been coming to this race since the inaugural race in 1994, and when you come in through that tunnel down there, it's almost an eerie feeling. You look at the corner and you can almost see Gordon Johncock or A.J. Foyt or Rick Mears, Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt, you know, going through the fog. It's awe-inspiring to walk into this facility because of the enormity, because of everything, the iconic status. It is almost overwhelming when you come into this place.
All right, so the history, the atmosphere, the overwhelming feeling, the pressure, if you will. How does that affect the race and the racers?
Well, history and tradition don't create pressure, they create responsibility. You get a chance to play at Carnegie Hall, you want to deliver your best performance. You get a chance to race at Daytona and Indianapolis, you want to deliver your best performance, not just for your team or yourself, but for your fans and for the sport.
The greats thrive in it. When you say Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, Jimmy Johnson, those people embrace the moment. They don't feel the pressure. They get into the pressure. They get into the moment. They maximize their abilities. Everyone else is very consistent, but these guys take it to the next level, and that's why they're the best in the world.
For me, the pressure was pretty well self-induced pressure. It was Penske pressure.
Yep.
I mean, I always wanted to do so good for the captain. It was unreal. Here's a guy that's won so many Indianapolis 500s. I just did not want to let him down. They've never won here in a stock car before. Maybe today will be his day. But for me, I felt pressure trying to do good for him.
Well, this Brickyard 400 is a big race where the biggest stars of the sport have shined brightest over the years. Coming up, we'll visit with two of the biggest stars of NASCAR and of this race. Jimmy Johnson has won the Brickyard 400 the last 2 years and 3 of the last 4 while winning 4 consecutive championships. A cool conversation with Double J shortly. But up next, Jeff Gordon, a 4-time Brickyard winner, but riding the longest winless streak of his career. Gordon speaks about family racing and how the two affect each other as we get ready for one of the most special races of the year.
In so many ways, Indy's impacted my life because, you know, growing up as a kid, I always dreamed about racing at Indy, of course in the Indy 500, long before they had the Brickyard 400.
Jeff Gordon wins the Brickyard 400 for a 4th time.
Knowing that I've won there 4 times and have a shot at winning there 5 times means a lot to me. I mean, I want it really bad.
Jimmy Johnson becomes a 3-time winner at the Brickyard 400.
To win it 4 times would be off the charts. Would put me in elite company with just Jeff that's been able to win 4. It'd be amazing. That race really is a special race.
Anytime you get to race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, it's special because there's only a couple races there a year.
Who's gonna win at the stripe? It's Hornish wins!
For me, being a guy that's won the Indianapolis 500 and being that nobody else has ever won both of them, it's pretty neat to have that opportunity to do it.
To me, it's not about being from Indiana. It's more about the Brickyard itself. Just the history of all the drivers that have walked through the garage area, driven across that yard of bricks is what it means the most to me.
Jeff Gordon's car lined up 8th on the grid for today's Brickyard 400. Since Gordon won the last of his 4 Brickyard races in 2004, a lot has changed both in his racing and his personal lives. But as NASCAR Now lead reporter Marty Smith found out when he went one-on-one with Gordon, there's still a lot of fire in the belly many at Indy consider one of their own.
There is an undercurrent in the garage that being a daddy makes you soft. What are your thoughts about that?
I don't think it makes you soft. I think it makes you tired. And I think
I can attest to that.
I think getting good sleep, you know, is important to doing your job well. When I get in that car, put the helmet on, flip the switch, I'm not thinking about anything but go as fast as I possibly can, and nothing's ever changed that in how I go about it.
What about competitive drive?
I'm more competitive. I'm more intense about winning today than I ever have been.
Why?
It's just because
you got something to prove.
You know, I feel like I kind of do. You know, I feel like we've lost what we had at one time, you know, as a team, and I want to do everything I can to help get that back. You know, I feel like you know, we're very capable of winning races and winning championships, and we haven't done that. And by not winning makes you hungrier. So to me, there's a lot more reasons today that are driving me harder and keeping that fire alive inside the car than ever.
What's it like to win so much?
I feel like I've forgotten.
That's what I'm saying. And then all of a sudden not.
Yeah. Nobody goes out, at least not in our sport that I've seen in a long, long time, that goes out at their peak. And whatever the reasons are, whether they make a team change, it could be your vision, it could be, you know,
old man disease.
Old man disease, whatever. And you know, Trust me, nobody has tried harder to try to figure it out more than me.
Describe your rivalry with Jimmy Johnson.
My rivalry with Jimmy is similar to other competitors out there where, you want to win. The difference is that the way Jimmy came into the sport and how we were friends, my role in the team, it brought us closer together than probably any other driver that I've ever been friends with out there.